Hey guys, welcome back and thank you for joining us today on the Conscious Kingdom.
Hi guys, so nice to have you here again.
So we've done a bit of research and out there, not surprisingly, with what's going on in the world, the power of hope. And for a lot of people, we want to be with loved ones and we want to be home. And for a lot of people, due to the pandemic and the restrictions and the mandates, people probably feel separated in some way. And they're not getting the connection that they felt they've missed in the last 18 months.
When you hear people say, I hope that works out, it has a totally different energy to it, is when they say, I have faith it will work out. So as Alex said it, hope is not a very certain state. Hope kind of says that it's not there yet, and I'm staying in that state that it's not there, but it might happen for me. It might work out for me. So it's this. Again an uncertain feeling, But when we dig deeper and we start acknowledging our responsibility in nurturing the state of hope within, it turns itself into this ever-giving, everlasting state of faith. And now the way that hope turns into faith is the process of becoming. It's the process of unveiling, and it is the process of having gone through quite a few storms to come to that center point of knowing that there is a power. There is a power beyond what is seen and what is known, the power that defies the logic sometimes, the power that powers you in the moments of uncertainty. And for many people it can be different things. It can be God, it can be universe, it can be ascended masters, it could be also faith in the system, it could be faith in your culture, it could be faith in your family dynamic. That is this abundant state again of the knowing that there is divine timing to everything that happens, that there is the divine process that is unfolding. And when you are in that state, it's a lot easier to surrender and let go than it is in a state of hope, because the state of hope kind of keeps you hooked to an idea that as long as you keep your attention on it and you keep on hoping, that it will eventually unveil in the way that you want it. So again, it's that difference between the outwardly projection to the inwardly projection that we keep reiterating in every single video we do, because then it is the self-nurturing process that will always bring you back to resourcefulness.
Yeah, that's what it's about, is being resourceful in the face of challenges. And it's very hard to relate to some of you out there who are in different countries and different cultures, and we're not saying don't have hope, of course, because hope is certainly better than no hope, self-doubt, going down somewhere. And there's a book I read called the Levels of Consciousness. I'll put the details in the link. It's quite a hefty book. It should be one of those kind of books you find in universities that people would study, and it had the different layers. So you have right at the bottom shame, and it would go up in different levels. So if hope is above where you were, then brilliant. It doesn't mean that you stop there. Of course you want to progress, because you want to get out of any situation that you feel like you are a victim to it. You want to empower yourself, if you truly want to empower yourself, because a lot of times being a victim serves a lot of us, right? If we stay a victim, then we don't have to take responsibility. If we put hope out there, then we can say, hope, I want hope, hope it does this and hope it does that. But then what does that really mean? Are we giving that power to something outside of ourselves that it may or may not happen? And if you're going through life with that type of view, then you're most likely not really knowing how powerful you truly are. Because when you do have the faith will show up, and that emotion shifts, that it's on you and you take full responsibility for it. Then you have the confidence to know that circumstances will change. It will happen, it will change. Nelson Mandela being in prison for over 20 years, I'm not sure if he had the hope. It may have been hope at the beginning, but then faith, I'm sure the deeper the meaning, the deeper the lesson he allowed it to sort of seep in, faith showed up. And it even levels of deeper than this, because he then, you know, came out to run a whole country because of the level of faith he built up, and he was able to dissolve any anger and judgment to those who punished him when he was in there, to the point where he saw someone who was a guard who, you know, treated him really badly when he had all these entourage around him, actually, who was a president, and he went over and had lunch with this guard. And only later did everyone find out that it was the guard from his prison that he was laughing and having compassion with. So, you know, when you're driven by these emotions and feelings, and it goes from one hope to faith to the next one to the next one, it can really transform your world. You can be a prisoner in one moment, and you can be a leader of a country in the next.
Yeah, that's the beauty of faith. Faith has a transformative quality. It basically changes your perception literally in a heartbeat. When you feel that the whole world is falling apart and you have no control over what's going on, and you know you've lost your security or your state of mind, faith comes as this transformative power that if you stay in it long enough, it powers you to go into a different paradigm. It is a paradigm shift enabler, and the longer you're staying in that source of faith, in that channel, in that tour of faith, the more you're watering your seed. As we were describing in our talk that we did in Cyprus recently, and with the Bulgarian ladies just the other day, we were describing manifestation process and what the different principles that are going into that manifestation process. We will share that video, and that goes into more detail. But where I'm going with this is that faith is the magic ingredient that helps you staying on the path towards manifestation. The more undisturbed your faith in your heart is, and the faith, courage, love, gratitude, all of those originate in your heart. When it kind of goes into the mind, it gets the different color to it. It becomes, instead of faith, it's more hope. Instead of gratitude, it's more expectations. And by staying in the heart and again, you know, translating, letting the translation come from your heart and being committed to it despite what's going on the outside, it gives that boost to your manifestation process. It gives the boost to your own self-esteem. It gives the boost to your empowerment, your self-empowerment. And you know, whatever practices and whatever rituals keep you in that state of faith, do them, and be thankful for the times that brought you to that moment where you had to really test your faith and where you had to bring yourself back to faith. Usually that happens in the time when we're on our knees, when we are most scared, where we're most lonely, where we're most confused. And this is usually when people turn to God, or they turn to universe, they start to pray, they start to use rituals, you know, go into elements, and all of a sudden their reality changes. And something happens that affirms that whatever it is they've been praying for is coming true. Well, this is the power of faith. This is the power of infusing your reality, infusing your manifestation with faith. Unshakable, undoubtable. The stronger you are in your faith, the more certain you will have that result in a quicker time frame.
So what do you do once all hope is lost, and what does that exactly mean? How do you come back from this and stay positive? Well, if all the hope is lost, then you have probably projected an expectation, an outcome onto something that was outside of yourself, and it hasn't come to fruition. And when you do this, of course, who has the power? The outside. The expectation that you had on something to happen didn't happen, so that was it. I've lost all hope because I decided to attach my happiness onto this. And when you do this and it doesn't work out the way you want it to, of course you're going to feel disappointed, and depending where you are in your life, you can feel absolutely hopeless, because when you're in a victim consciousness or victim mindset, you are projecting your displeasure onto situations outside of yourself, and it's sort of like you're commanding it to set you up for failure, because it's a self-sabotage. You know, you'll find what you're looking for, and if you're looking for things to confirm that you are a victim and you're spiraling out of control, then things will not work out the way you want it to. Because even if it did, the higher purpose of it, because it's leading you to become who you truly are, you'll miss that, and you'll take it for meaning that it's happening to me rather than it's happening for me. And when it's a to you, the outside world, you're going to spiral. It's going to lead you down the road of loss, less, and never, which is the three things that cause all suffering. And when you're in that place, you're going to manifest more of that, and it's catching yourself before you fall down completely, so that you can get back on that ladder with faith that it's going to be okay, and you climb back out and you start doing the inner work and looking within yourself and not put it on the outside world.
Well done, very, very well done. So you know, again, as I said before, it's like the transformative action of really taking the step and the leap of faith to commit to your level of abundance. Yeah. So what other things, what other feelings or states that go hand in hand with supporting faith are the states of gratitude. So when you are in gratitude, you are able to see more confirmation of faith. You are able to see more confirmation of what it is that you have asked for, that is showing up in your reality. And that builds up that, you know, that case study of yours, if you may, that confirms that you are always loved, you're always supported. Same goes for love. When you're focusing on love towards yourself or towards another person, and I'm sure you will be able to identify with that when we are in a state of love, especially our first, you know, couple of months when you fall in love, or, you know, when you have those blissful moments, this is the moment when everything is possible. You literally can take over the world and, you know, and make massive steps that are not scary. Risk doesn't seem apparent to you any longer. You know that you are always in reach of what it is that you desire. That is the beauty of being in a state of love, and that the only reason why we fall out of it is because mind kicks in, and then you know, the ego kicks in, and all the past experiences kick in, and we throw ourselves out from that vibrational state of love, and we go in between love and self-doubt, and, you know, faith and self-doubt. And so that is a very normal human experience, but the mastery, those who are masters, have learned to work and dance with self-doubt, to dance with any feelings of lack, and bring themselves constantly to faith that it becomes their state of being. It becomes their natural state, that it is, they're never out of their center, they're never out of their heart. And that's really the kingdom of heaven within, that then there is no separation between the inside and the outside, and you live in the life of your dreams.
Beautiful. This is exactly what we would love for you guys, because if you're not living the life of your dreams and living heaven on earth, then, you know, why? And ask yourself that, do you deserve it? And of course you do. Once you access that part of yourself, and, you know, here's some definitions that we want to share regards to what faith is based on our research. So have a belief system, whatever this may mean to you. It could be God, a higher power, a mission, a love for your child, whatever you define your driving belief system to be, which is also sort of your why. You know, why are you looking to make sure that your life has deep meaning, and it's going to allow you to enjoy your life from wherever you are now to the end of life, because ultimately, if you don't have a purpose, it's very hard to have faith, because what are you living your life for if it's not in the service of others? And if you're confused and you don't know what your purpose is, you know, whatever you think you have now, you're looking to chase materialistic things or accolades, you come into this earth naked, you leave this earth naked. And so what this teaches us is we're not going to leave with anything. So we're here to serve others. Gratitude, focusing on what you have to be thankful for, not on what you don't have or what you have lost or what you want.
Yeah, we often say about the state of gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. It is the abundant state. We innately have been programmed to focus on what is not there because it is a certain drive of the evolution process. But gratitude is the ultimate replenishing process that brings you back always to honoring who you are, honoring what you have, honoring what you have created, honoring your life. It's only through gratitude are we able to access our resources, are we able to share. And when we are grateful to ourselves, first of all, when we are grateful for all the decisions that we have made without self-judgment, when we are grateful for the circumstances that are the result of our own actions, then it is a state of abundance, then it's a state of self-love. So gratitude goes hand in hand with self-love. So love is the next one.
Yeah. Love, think about the people in your life that you love and those that love you, family and friends. Make the effort to connect with your support group and show up for them with love, which in turn brings healing.
Beautiful. So, again, love and fear are the primary emotions that are behind our thought process. And if you think about it, that how you be able to define and distinguish between the two of them is that when you are in a state of love, it is a state of ever expansiveness. It is nurturing, abundant. It is boundless. It is a state of bliss. And when we're talking about fear, it is false evidence appearing real. So it has the quality of contracting. It has the quality of boundaries. It has the qualities of limiting. So by being able to consciously choose your state, consciously choose to be in your heart again, the epicenter of all of these beautiful feelings and emotions that are driving our experience here on earth, the more we are able to create harmonious relationships and, being able to express love in whichever ways that comes, whether it is through words, whether it is through actions, whether it is through serving to others or to yourself, it is a tribute to life, because life is love at its core. It is meant to be lived in love. It is meant to be honored in love. So this is basically our again, our tribute to you being here, being grateful to you for being here, and honoring your hearts being open, your minds being open, aligning to more potential that you can have by being able to understand the difference and the discernment between what is hope and what is faith, what is gratitude, what is expectation, what is love and what is fear, making it almost like a spiritual or emotional education that can then help you navigate yourself better through life.
So yes, this is to give you the tools, and of course, from the beginning of this, knowing that you're not a victim to what is going on, decisions made that can't lead you to, say, see your family for Christmas or whatever the next challenge may be from the powers outside. This is the inner work we must all do collectively so that we can come together as a people community and really claim our power back and create the heaven on earth that we all want to live in. So thank you so much for being a part of our journey, and so we can be a part of yours. Again, leave your comments, leave anything, share your story of times or what you're going through currently. We would love to hear from you. We read every single comment, and we'll do our very best to pull up any topics or stories in our next video.
We love you. We are grateful for you. And we have faith that we are meant to live heaven on earth. Much love, guys, and see you soon.
Thanks, guys.